Hi, fans of high-quality entertainment. Up next, I'm going to be reviewing and ranking the Beach Boys' 15 Big Ones. But before I do, I would like to do an impersonation of Mike Love singing the first track, Rock and Roll Music.
Well, let me hear some of that rock and roll music. Any old way you choose it, it's gonna backbeat, you can't lose it.
Thank you. Anyway, when this came out back in the day, I had no interest in it. I did like the Beach Boys, all of their hit songs, but never really bought any of their albums. And through the years, and especially in the past year or so, I've become a huge Beach Boys fan. So the first time I ever heard this album was, I have a series on this channel called Does This Album Suck? And one day I listened to this for the very first time, and I will play you my reaction at the end, letting the viewers know if the album sucked or not. Here it is.
The Beach Boys' 15 Big Ones sucks. I will never ever 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 listen to the Beach Boys' 15 Big Ones again.
If I only knew. Because I played this many times since. So when I became a big fan of the Beach Boys, I bought this a few months ago. I think I had heard it in the last 2-3 years. But when I bought it, on my first full listen in a few years, I still didn't really care for it. I thought it was not very good. But on further listens, I kind of warmed up to it, except for the production. The production of this, the original vinyl record, and the CD. In fact, the first song, when I first got the CD, I was wondering if it was a bootleg, because rock and roll music sounded, the audio was clipping and it was distorted. But I guess that's the way it was originally on vinyl. Just not great production. But it does sound better on Spotify. I did listen to it on Spotify also. But like I said, on further listens, I started to enjoy the album for what it was. So it includes 8 original songs and 7 cover songs, and they're kind of mixed up. So the opening track, Rock and Roll Music, sung by Mike Love. The first time, at least for me, it sounded like, oh, this is a bad cover version of rock and roll music. It's not as good as the Beatles, and even today, of course, it isn't. But I started to like it on further listens, even with Mike Love's vocals. And It's Okay is an original song, and it's more than okay, it's excellent. I really love that song. Had to Phone Ya, I really love. Chapel of Love, a good version of that. So the rest of the album, there's Dennis Wilson sings In the Still of the Night, I'll Remember, and his vocals by this time are getting rougher and rougher, but still a nice version of the song. Just Once in My Life, the closing track sung by Carl Wilson and Brian Wilson. Brian's vocals are kind of rough. But you get used to the roughness. Even the background vocals, some of them aren't as perfect as earlier Beach Boys albums. A little out of tune here and there, rougher vocals on some of the tracks. But overall, like I said, I enjoy this album. It's certainly not up there with Sunflower and Surf's Up and Pet Sounds. But I definitely do like it today. And that's the frustration of this. We got a Groove box set. They remixed The Beach Boys' Love You, which sounds much better on this. Great production. And I wish they had remixed 15 Big Ones. And at some point I'll do a review of this. I've just started to listen to it. And it's frustrating because they've got some backing tracks from this, like for instance, rock and roll music, and the music sounds better. It sounds more powerful, really good production. So I don't understand why they couldn't remix this whole album. And there's other, instead of this, they have some backing tracks for some of the songs, and it's like, I don't want to listen to the backing tracks. I want to listen to the songs on this remixed, right? So just kind of a frustration with this, but I do enjoy a lot of this also. Yeah, Susie Cincinnati, sung by Al Jardine, that's from 1970. Blueberry Hill, I really like that cover version. So overall, the cover versions are either good or very good. And the original songs are, for the most part, very good. I really do like them. So I've definitely warmed up to this album over time. And it's still going to be ranked, pretty low compared to some of the other albums. Because this isn't, like I said, Sunflower or Pet Sounds or Surf's Up or Holland. But I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. And it goes in between Surfer Girl and All Summer Long at number 13. And so I would love your thoughts on 15 Big Ones in the comment section below. And please remember to like the video and consider becoming a member. And that is it. Have a great day. Goodbye.